He turned to her and, without warning, shoved her. Hard. She hit the floor. Her hat fell off. I screamed. "What is wrong with you?" Grandma, on her knees, looked up at him. Her eyes burned like I'd never seen before.
"I curse you.
Really? You gonna throw salt at me, old woman?
Your empire will crumble. Your joy will rot. Your bloodline will wither. From today onward, all you build will turn to ash."
He laughed, and left. Called me a drama queen. That afternoon, he fired me by text. The job was our only income. I cried for days. But Grandma? She stayed oddly serene, just repeated that he'd regret ever hurting her child and grandchild. Weeks passed. Then we heard things. His wife, Annalise, young, beautiful, a former model, was found dead in her sleep. Aneurysm, sudden, shocking. People whispered. Then his youngest daughter choked on a grape during a gala and died before the paramedics arrived. Then his son drowned in a pool, and his oldest daughter was in a car crash. Fatal. 3 kids, gone. In a matter of 6 months. His stock prices tanked. Clients dropped him. Videos of his rituals leaked. Someone recorded one and posted it on TikTok. He became a meme. I Am Corporate was dubbed over videos of burning trash cans. My name is Sandra, and if there's one thing I've learned in this life, it's never underestimate a grandmother with chemo rage and spiritual connections. I was raised by 2 of the most resilient women I've ever known, my mother, Teresa, and my grandmother, Agnes. Dad bailed before I turned 5, but those women, they built me. Agnes had worked for years as a seamstress and part-time librarian. Teresa took night shifts at a diner and cleaned houses during the day. Between them, they made sure I had books, clothes, braces for my teeth, and even violin lessons I was terrible at. They were my village. Agnes used to say,
"We're not rich, baby, but we're not poor either. We got each other. That's gold."
But when Grandma got cancer, everything changed. She couldn't work anymore. Her hair fell out, her body shrank, and some days she was too weak to get out of bed. Mom picked up more shifts, and I worked part-time while finishing school. Eventually, I graduated with a marketing degree and landed a dream job at Vexler Dynamics, a rising fintech firm. At first, everything seemed perfect. Friendly coworkers, trendy offices, free lattes, and even weekly yoga. Then Randolph Vexler, the founder and CEO, returned from a year-long business expansion trip in Dubai, and hell arrived with him. At first, we only heard stories, that he was intense, detail-obsessed, slightly paranoid, but nothing prepared me for the real thing. The day he walked into the office, silence fell like someone hit the mute button on life. People stopped laughing, stopped smiling, and the air became heavy with tension. He started with small humiliations.
Let's see. Mark, you submitted a sick note for migraines. Cute. Sandra, yeast infection? That's bold. Should we pass the ointment around?
I wanted the floor to open up and swallow me. But that was just his warm-up. He fired Layla, a sweet receptionist, for showing up 2 minutes late after her bus broke down.
Time is money, Layla. I don't pay for you to arrive on your own schedule. Do you think Google lets people walk in at 9:02? Pack your things. You're done.
She burst into tears. No one dared to help her. Then came the trackers.
From now on, you'll all wear company-provided wrist monitors. They'll track your steps, breaks, and restroom time. If you leave for lunch without approval, you'll get a mark. Too many marks? Termination.
And we complied, like prisoners. But the worst for me was the dogs. One Friday, just as I was about to leave for the hospital to check on Grandma's chemo session, he summoned me into his office.
Sandra, my poodles, Ricky and Picasso, need a walk. Take them to the dog spa on 5th and don't be late. They get snappy.
Sir, I really need to. My grandma's at the hospital. She's doing chemo and...
Do I look like a kennel? Do your job or resign.
I took the damn dogs because I needed the paycheck. Still, I kept my head down, swallowed the disrespect, smiled through the psychological evaluations he made us take, where he graded our mental fitness like a twisted school teacher.
You're a C-, Sandra. You're soft, emotional, not CEO material. Work on that.
One Tuesday, my mom collapsed from another seizure. I rushed her to the hospital. called Randolph from the ER, breathless and crying. I can't make it today, Mr. Vexler. My mom, she collapsed. I'm at St. Francis.
Oh, boo-hoo. That sounds like a you problem. Be here by 2 p.m. or don't bother showing up tomorrow.
I didn't make it. I stayed with my mom. I thought maybe, just maybe, he'd understand. He didn't. The next morning, he came to my house.
Is this where you hide when you're being a lazy little parasite?
I was stunned. He stormed past me into the living room like he owned the place. Grandma was on the couch, frail and silent, wearing one of her knitted hats. She had terminal cancer, no hair, no strength. But still, she sat up when he started yelling.
This girl's a liar. She's a leech. I feed her and she bites. One missed day and suddenly she's Florence Nightingale?
Leave my granddaughter alone. She's the only one holding this house together.
He turned to her and without warning, shoved her. Hard. She hit the floor. Her hat fell off. I screamed. What is wrong with you? Grandma, on her knees, looked up at him. Her eyes burned like I'd never seen before.
I curse you.
Really? You gonna throw salt at me, old woman?
Your empire will crumble. Your joy will rot. Your bloodline will wither. From today onward, all you build will turn to ash.
He laughed, and left. Called me a drama queen. That afternoon, he fired me by text. The job was our only income. I cried for days. But Grandma? She stayed oddly serene. Just repeated that he'd regret ever hurting her child and grandchild. Weeks passed. Then we heard things. His wife, Annalise, young, beautiful, a former model, was found dead in her sleep. Aneurysm, sudden, shocking. People whispered. Then his youngest daughter choked on a grape during a gala and died before the paramedics arrived. Then his son drowned in a pool, and his oldest daughter was in a car crash. Fatal. 3 kids, gone. In a matter of 6 months. His stock prices tanked. Clients dropped him. Videos of his rituals leaked. Someone recorded one and posted it on TikTok. He became a meme. I Am Corporate was dubbed over videos of burning trash cans. He was sued for workplace violations. The bathroom cams, real, the trackers, illegal, the psychological grades, used as evidence in court. His company was blacklisted. He came looking for me. But we had moved, far away. Grandma died shortly after her curse, peacefully. And before she passed, she said,
Sweetheart, he thought I was weak. He thought cancer meant I had nothing left. But I had you, and that's power.
A year passed. Then I got a new job, another boss, another tech company. This one was different. His name was Hal. He wore purple Crocs. Had one eye that stared too hard and the other that looked like it was trying to escape. Every sentence started with a quote from a movie that definitely wasn't relevant, and he was obsessed with bananas.
Sandra, you ever think about how bananas are just like people? Peel them, and they're all the same.
Right. At first, I thought he was harmless. A weirdo, sure, but not evil. Then came the screaming. One intern spilled coffee. Hal fired her on the spot, then forced her to walk his parrot around the block. Yes, parrot. He made us call him Sensei, installed bells under our desks that rang if we slouched. Forced us to eat only yellow foods on Sunshine Mondays.
It brightens the soul. Eat the yolk. Be the yolk.
One day, I caught him sniffing my keyboard. Another time, he had us reenact The Lion King in the conference room to build team spirit. He fired Carl because Carl yawned during a team chant.
That was a lazy yawn, Carl. Get out of my pride rock.
But I stayed. Why? Because I wasn't scared anymore. If I could survive Randolph Vexler, I could survive anything. One night, Hal invited us to his house for a banana bonanza mixer. Only 2 people showed up. The next morning, both quit and sent identical texts. He sleeps in a nest, an actual nest. I didn't quit. I became his assistant. Because, honestly, the crazy I knew was safer than the evil I'd escaped. But one afternoon, I walked into his office and saw a photo. Randolph, Hall together, college roommates. It hit me like a cold wave. That's the twist. I didn't just go from one terrible boss to another. I went from the cursed one to the one who inherited the curse. Because Hal's company started failing too. His birds flew away, literally. His house caught fire from a banana flambe incident. And his prized collection of signed Crocs, stolen by raccoons? Don't ask. One day, he looked at me with real fear.
Do you know a woman named Agnes? Bald, had cancer, kind of scary?
That was my grandmother.
Oh, banana balls.
So yeah, maybe curses are real. Or maybe karma wears wigs and crochets in the afterlife. Either way, Randolph now lives in a cabin in Idaho, alone. Hal? He runs a smoothie stand out of a van called Liquid Sunshine and gives away free hugs. As for me, I'm starting my own business, where people are treated like people. No rituals, no trackers, just mutual respect. But I still keep a banana on my desk. You know, as a reminder. Anyway, thanks for listening to my little revenge tale. And remember, if your boss is evil, if your grandma is bald and wise and full of fire, maybe don't test her patience. Like and subscribe for more crazy stories. Thanks for watching.